Hello everyone, I wanted to take you through my coursework where I have been told to design a simple Java GUI application that manages the library's book inventory at Victoria University. I have been required to create a Java GUI application with the following functionalities: a form to add new books to the database, a table to display the list of books current in the database, buttons to add a new book, delete a selected book, and refresh the book list. I have also been required to connect the application to an MS Access database using JDBC, implementing the following functionalities: add book, delete book, and also view books. So first of all, this is our Java GUI application. This application is designed to manage a library's book inventory. It allows users to add, view, and delete books stored in an MS Access database. I created the Java GUI application that manages the library's book inventory at VU through 3 steps, which are I first set up the Java GUI with fields to add new books and a table to display the book list, then connected to an MS Access database using JDBC, then implementing the functionalities to add, delete, and view books. First of all, these are the imports. These are the codes for our imports that I used. I have the import Java Swing. This package contains classes for building graphical user interface. Then the Java Swing table default. This class is used to manage the data model for a JTable. Then the third class, we had the import Java AWT. This package provides classes for managing graphical components and layouts. Then the import Java AWT event action event. These classes are used to handle action events like button clicks. And it's the same case with this one. Then the last class, it's a package that contains classes for accessing and processing data stored in a relational database using JDBC. So I went on and created the codes for class definition. The library manager extends JFrame. This is the main class extending JFrame to create a window. The text field, it's used for inputting book details, and the table, JTable. This is for displaying the list of books. Then the table model, this manages the data displayed in the table. Then I went on and created the codes for the constructor. First we had the title. This sets the window title. The layout, it sets the layout to border layout. The size, this sets the window size to 800 times 600 pixels. Then the close operation, which exits the application when the window is closed. Then to the form panel. The form panel, first of all, we created this code, which is JPanel, former panel, and it creates a panel with a grid layout of 5 rows and 2 columns for the forum. Then the form panel add into new JLabel book ID. This adds a label for book ID to the form table. Then text book ID. This creates a text field for entering the book ID. The form panel dot add. This adds the book ID text field for entering the book ID. And then the form panel Let's add textbook. This adds the book ID text field to the from panel. So similar lines add labels and text fields for title, author, and the year. And then the J button between add. This creates a button for adding a book, and the form panel, it adds the add book button to the form panel. Then the J button between delete. This creates a button for deleting a book, and the form panel, it adds the delete book button to the form panel. Then the add into form panel border layout north. This adds the form panel to the north region of the main frame. Then from there I created the codes for the table panel. The table, which has the table mode. This initializes the table model with columns names like the book ID, title, author, year, and no initial data, which is 0 rows. Then the book table, which is equal to new JTable table model. This creates a table using the specified table model. Then add into new scroll plane book table border layout center. This code adds the table inside the scroll pane to the center region of the main frame, allowing for scrolling if the content exceeds the visible area. The add new JScroll pane book table. It adds the table inside the scroll pane to the center region of the main frame, allowing for scrolling if the content exceeds the visible area. So I created the codes for refresh button. The J button between refresh, it creates a button for refreshing the book list. Then add border layout south. This adds the refresh button to the south region of the main frame. Then from there I got the event listeners. The event listeners, the between add action listener. It adds an action listener to the add book button. When the button is clicked, it calls the add book method. Then this method between delete add action listener. It adds an action listener to the delete book button. When the button is clicked, it calls the delete book. Then and between refresher, add action listener. This adds an action listener to the refresh button. When the button is clicked, it calls the view books method. Then the view books calls the view. Then the view books method is used to load the initial list of books when the application starts. We have the database connection, the private connection connect. This defines a method to establish a connection to the database. The string URL, this specifies the JDBC URL for the MS Access database update. It updates this updates this path to match the location of your database file. Then the return con, it's a driver manager.get connection. It attempts to establish a connection to the database using the specified URL. The catch SQL exception, it catches any SQL exceptions that occur during the connection attempt and prints the stack trace for the debugging. And the return con, it returns the established connection object. So here we have the methods The first method is add book. This retrieves input data from the text fields. It constructs an SQL query to insert a new book into the database. It also executes the query using a prepared statement. It displays a message dialog confirming the addition of the book. It also calls view books to refresh the displayed list of books. Then we have the view books. This clears the existing data in the table. It also constructs an SQL query to select all books from the database. It executes the query using a statement and retrieves this result set. It adds each book as a new row to the table model. The view books clears the existing data in the table. It constructs an SQL query to select all books from the database, and it handles any SQL exceptions that may occur during database interaction. It also adds each book as a new row to the table. Then we have the main, which starts the application by creating an instance of Library Manager and making it visible on the screen. Then we go to the database connection. In the database connection, this establishes a connection to an MWIS Access database. It also constructs a JDBC URL specifying the database path. It uses Driver Manager Get Connection, which is used to establish the connection. It also returns the connection object. In summary, for this database, the provided codes create a Java Swing application for managing a library's book inventory. It also includes GUI components for user interaction, event listeners for handling actions, methods for database operations, and a database connection method. So this is our output. So that is our output. It provides a comprehensive solution for implementing the required functionalities of a library management system.